Another day, another protest in the streets of Ecuador. And demonstrators say this is just the beginning. An energy crisis in the South American nation is causing power cuts of up to 14 hours a day and is driving residents to the streets on an increasingly regular basis.
As social leaders, we are debating a possible social uprising. It's needed because we can't take it anymore. The government is not solving the blackouts. There are no jobs, no security.
Ecuador has been hit by its worst drought in more than 60 years. As a result, the country lacks enough water to run its hydroelectric power system, which supplies most of the national grid. President Daniel Noboa, who took power a year ago, says the situation is the result of climate change and years of underinvestment and mismanagement by previous governments. But his critics say his government had plenty of warning about the current crisis and are demanding his resignation.
Companies and factories are sending workers home because there is no power, so my children are losing their jobs.
The situation is rapidly becoming desperate.
For me, having a supply of energy is extremely important. I depend totally on my oxygen concentrator, and I'm always worried about whether we are going to have power cuts or not, so that I can leave.
Last week, the country's private hospitals demanded that the government exclude them from the rolling blackouts, saying they were struggling to remain operational on generators alone. The energy crisis is also exacerbating a crippling economic situation, with businesses losing an estimated $7.5 billion over the last 2 months. For many, the darkness has also renewed fears of a spike in violence, as the once peaceful country has suffered a wave of gang violence in recent years. President Noboa insists the government is doing everything it can to restore power, but warned the situation is unlikely to improve until the new year. Galiano, Al Jazeera.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.